Okay, so I've got some progress on the Zaph audio speakers, as you can see behind me. These speakers are all mounted inside both cabinets. Going the wrong way. There we go. Speakers are mounted inside of both cabinets. And I've got the crossover hooked up on the far side. I just had a chance to test it and had a pretty nasty dip. I did figure it out, but I'm going to show you guys what I was looking at. I'm using the testing distance of 2.5 meters, which is the same that's on Zaph Audio's site. There you can see the mic, and it's hooked up to my computer. Now that's how I figured it out. I'm covering up the tweeter and watching the response. As you can see, it was a pretty simple fix. It was just the polarity swap did the trick, and I'm super glad I took the time to run a quick sine sweep with the Omni mic to figure it out before I put that whole box together, because that would have sucked to have to change that after the fact. Yes, I know the curve isn't totally flat right now, but the side of the box and none of the boxes are actually doing anything. It's just the speakers are essentially just free form, just kind of standing there. But this at least lets me know, it gives me a good enough audio sample that I've hooked everything up correctly now. So that one's done. I'm going to do the wiring on the crossovers on the second box. And then I can actually glue the cabinets together, put the foam in there, and finally actually get a chance to see what they sound like. Spoiler alert, I already had to OCD, man. I got to check this thing out, right? I did already take a listen to it, and even with the tweeter polarity wrong, which I could kind of hear, and that's why I went digging deeper, just putting the box together with the covers on, they already sound good. But that's kind of where I heard that something was off anyway, so I found that. I'm happy with this now. This looks like it's good. Looks like this is all right. So we'll do the second one and get that one all together, and whatever, I'll update you guys again once I get these things glued up and get the foam in there and the stuffing. And then finally I can get to finishing these cabinets as well. So still some work to do, but we're getting towards the tail end of it, which is awesome. So far, my only beef with anything that I've got from Matasound is these connectors. Yes, they are quick remove connectors, and that's fine and good, but found it the hard way. They'll just pull right off. Doesn't matter how much you crimp them. So I've been taking, I've crimped them, then I stand them upside down, I guess, or right side up, with the wire side down anyway. And I've been soldering them in as well, because I don't ever want loose connections. I don't want these things like that. So not a fan of those connectors. They're probably all like that. I don't know. Whatever. That's what I'm doing. The subwoofer didn't have any connectors at all for it, so that one, the wires are just kind of wrapped around. The terminals, those I'm going to end up soldering in once the box is actually totally finished. For now, they're just kind of wrapped through the little hole in the inside. Enough that I could test it and just kind of see where it's at. But yeah, that's my only beef with anything from the kit so far. Everything else has been really good. The labeling, and I could have checked it too with the tweeter crossover, and that's why the polarity was backwards. There wasn't really a good indication of which way it was supposed to go. So if I would have taken a little look at the schematic, I'm sure I would have figured it out in a hurry. That's how I kind of figured out how to wire up the mid-range. But whatever. One's done. Now I know which way the terminals are all supposed to go, wire lengths to be cut and stuff. So I'm going to heat that soldering iron up again and solder up round 2. So far, so good, and I'm pumped about these things. All right, for those of you that want to see the frequency response with the box closed and there's no stuffing inside, there's no foam on the inside, the box is not glued as well, so there's going to be quite a few air gaps and leaks, but it'll give us a pretty good idea. Anyway, here is that frequency response. As you can see, it's pretty close to flat, and it looks like everything is hooked up right, so that's a relief. On to the second one.